No other industry has benefited more from globalization than the shipping industry. For a long time, the world's waterways have been bustling with activity. Yet now, most ship turbines have ground to a halt. Ship owners, shipyards, and ports are all struggling to survive. Las Palmas in Gran Canaria shows the full extent of the plight. The Port Authority is holding many vessels here because accounts are unsettled. This also means that the wages of the sailors haven't been paid. Increasingly, ship owners are simply abandoning their vessels in European waters, leaving their crews in the lurch. Shipping is a brutal business. Victor Conde is one of the world's active inspectors of the International Maritime Union. With an Italian colleague, he examines the social and juridical standards on board this desolate old tanker.
Good day. Buenos dias.
The mood on board is dreary. Since August, the crew have been stuck here. The captain has left, and the owners are out of reach. With no money and no information, the sailors are left hanging. The men, who come from the Ukraine and Africa, are totally dependent on the support of charities. Unsurprisingly, the atmosphere is tense.
I call your name. Who bring you? I call your name. Who bring you here? I don't call your name. Who bring you here? They ask I don't talk anything back. I don't talk anything back.
The situation is very bad. This man abandoned the ship about 5 months ago. No food on board. No gas well for the generator down. And the situation is bad. No money for our family back home.
Is not allowed to be remaining during several years in a very, very poor substandard living condition on board. So I think when this case arises, the immediate solution is court claims for the salary and pay and the repatriation.
Victor Conde has many shocking accounts of rusty vessels like this one, which have no heating or electricity, no protective equipment, and no lifeboats. Often, the crews do not know if they will ever reach a port again. For seafarers in other European ports, the social situation is equally precarious, as a glance towards Denmark confirms. There too, sailors are stranded without any money. For the crew of this coastal freighter in Copenhagen, the day begins with a small gift.
Yeah, I have warm winter jackets for you. It's from the Danish affiliated.
During the winter, several crews were abandoned in Denmark by their owners. Each time this happens, the problem must be solved by an inspector from the Sailors' Trade Union, ITF. The stranded sailors don't know how they will get home.
What's going on? ITF immediately.
And look at this situation. Now you go home and debtors, the people you owe, will start to come and make trouble to us. The money I took is running on, how they call it?
Interest.
But you see?
We thought it was a normal vacation, but from what is going on, I think the company is broke. Yeah, if I can say that, I think the company is broke and he hasn't got any money. For now, I am sure he's looking for money or something, or maybe he never comes back.
Information. And I know
the inspector tries to find the captain. He has gone into hiding.
Good afternoon, it's Morten Bach from ITF in Denmark. I'm calling from the ship Cormoran. Do you know the owner, Hans Jules?
I speaking. Captain asked me transferring Deutsche Bank, Russian bank. Problema 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. About 4 months, not money, not transferring.
The captain is gone, The police are searching for him in northern Germany, his native country.
You can tell him that ITF, we are hunting him because if he don't pay the crew, I have to take a rest in the ship.
It is difficult to find a buyer for the ship. There are currently too many boats in the world for far too little freight.
You have to go away from your emotions and look at the fact. What do I have to work with? Which fact do I have to work? Now I have a number to a bank in Germany. That's a good beginning. But it takes a long time anyway. I know that. It's not only so. No.
At least when a crew is left hanging by its owners, the Maritime Trade Union will help. On paper, there is always an international agreement.
You have a ship which is split owned by different nationalities, banks and pension funds and even individuals. And you have a management company in one country, a flag in another country, the seafarers from a third country. So it's a big, huge pattern. And no one wants to take responsibility, washing their hands and getting away from it. We have to clean up and sweep for all these people. But someone has to do it.
Dealing with this Italian freighter back in Las Palmas, Victor Conde is facing similar problems. Despite the warm welcome of the crew, the mood on board quickly plummets. At the end of 2008, there was mutiny aboard this ship. In the course of a dispute, a machinist stabbed the captain.
The Italian company has present in the...
For months now, the ship has sat in the port in Las Palmas. For the crew, this involuntary idleness is increasingly becoming a burden, as Sato from Indonesia explains. At home, his family is waiting for money, but he doesn't even have the coins for a phone call in his pocket.
I think situation here is very bad because no have food, no have salary, and then now diesel oil finish.
Another Indonesian sailor shows the conditions inside his cabin.
This without light, I can use this for sleep and for rest, and this I save some water. This one because we don't have power for get some water. So.
Amidst the misery, there are some positive moments for the crew. For 6 weeks, the men have had a diet of canned beans and potatoes. Now, twice a week, the sailors' service comes and brings fresh food, books and DVDs. The sailors had only asked for help when they ran out of oil for heating. For a while, they were extremely cold. Now, they have a full tank again.
I also fully appreciate it's a very difficult situation that they are in, a very delicate one. And I feel that what we can do with the welfare, which we are obliged to, thanks to the ILO convention, we will of course continue to do that, but we have to work closer with the authorities in Denmark to make sure that they get quicker assistance than they do right now. Yes.
Tomorrow, I agree with the crew, we go to the police station and ask the police to find out who had to pay the flight ticket for 2 tickets to Ghana and 1 to Russia. It may be the foreign ministry, I don't know, but some of the Danish authority had to pay, and that would be my case to arrange that.
Just don't go home without your wages, or you'll face an angry family, the sailors are muttering to each other. So they wait in hope and keep the boat in good repair. With the global economy dropping its anchor, it is uncertain when they'll take to the seas again.